Welcome back to the Ace Pot Podcast. I'm your host, Braden Span, joined by my good friend, Ben. Ben, what do we got today?
Today we got a great episode for you, kicking it off with some DDO predictions. Then we have some BGO and Mid-America recap.
Sweet. Why don't we just kick it off with some DDO predictions? Week of the DDO. This tournament is a little interesting because it starts on Wednesday and ends on Saturday, which you don't usually see. And it's a 4-dayer. So I was unfortunately not able to make it to this tournament. But it is close to your home. And
It is.
our good friend that we had on last weekend, Calvin Pettigrew, is playing that tournament. He's an advanced, and I heard that the weather was rough, or it's going to be rough,
Yeah.
on Wednesday. But anyway, let's kick it off with some predictions. Ben, who you got with your FPO and MPO winner?
I have Andrew Presnell, and this is kind of an unexpected one, Kona Star Panis to win.
Those are some good picks. I'm a little
Mm-hmm.
surprised by Presnell, but he took it down last weekend at
Mm-hmm.
a tournament in Missouri. I know you were there. I think your dad also won and got an
I was
ace.
actually not there, but yes, my dad did win and he got an ace.
That
My
is
dad and my brother Blake were there, and Presnell got second. They went into a playoff with the leader and ended up getting second.
Oh, okay. But he still had a great finish there, and I mean, congrats to your dad. A tournament ace is amazing,
Oh
and
yeah,
so
it's great.
unexpected. But Kona also an interesting pick. Paige and Kat have kind of been the top two for a good while, and Kona kind of
Mm-hmm.
coming on to the FPO scene pretty recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, taking her taking a good win down in Waco, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Nico
Yep.
got that one, but that's a good pick. I personally picked Eagle for my MPO just because he's a crusher and these are crusher courses.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I was thinking about going to Ricky, but Ricky had his sister, and we're praying for you, Ricky. We're really sorry about that. But and then my FPO pick was Paige. Now Paige has, ever since LVC, she hasn't had a great season since then. And I was kind of struggling between Kat and Paige, but we're all hoping that she's coming back. But it's also a good thing to open it up for some um, younger players like Kona and Haley and um, Christine Jenkins and other players like that, who finally see that, I guess, Paige is declining, if you will, as of right now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not just Paige and Kat at the top. Now it has been Kat at the top the past couple tournaments, but it's not just, you know, hope, fight for second, fight for third. It's now fight for first. So that's something that is good to see in the FPO field. But this season we've just seen a
Uh-huh.
dominant season from Ricky Wysocki. I mean,
Oh yeah.
insane. Like I I I, I think he got Belton, he got Jonesboro. He also may have gotten that one in Arkansas. Um,
Uh-huh.
just
Yeah.
crazy dominant season from him. And seeing that interview with Paul Macbeth, he was kind of talking about how he's kind of had an off season with his putting. It's really a step up for Ricky. If Paul is not playing his best golf, Ricky steps up, plays his, absolute best golf, and it's Eagle with also an injury, maybe in his back or something. Not nothing too major there, but a couple of the top guys not performing as well as they would love to. So kind of seeing a dominance in the fields this year, as it's kind of a crazy season, a comeback season. But most
Yeah.
people don't really know. But the Mid America Open happened last weekend. Um, Most of the pros did not make it because it ended up flooding, and they just decided not to go. Have more time to prepare for DDO. But the people who did go had a great time, and it was a great tournament, a high finishing tournament. Ben, why don't you just run us through that real quick?
Yeah, so Kyle Klein actually ended up winning that, shooting 27 under par and shooting a 1031 first round along with a 1063 and 1054 rated second and third round, and bringing in $4,000 for the win. Emerson Keith and Chris Dickerson tied for second, shooting 25 under par. And I actually did not have the chance to look at the FPO. If you give me 1 second, I can.
I
look
do
at that.
believe I don't remember who won, but I feel like I should remember. It might have been Cat, but I can't.
I believe so.
I believe it was Cat. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, that was a great tournament. Great win for Kyle Klein as the youngster sponsored by Discmania coming up. Don't get them confused with Simon Lizotte because their forms look very similar. But yeah, Kyle Klein kind of stepping into the field the past year or two. So that's a great win for him. Also, notable Chris Dickerson and Emerson Keith. Emerson Keith, good to see him at the top for kind of, the first time of the season. And then also notable that Paul Ulibarri had a great first round. He shot 9 down. I heard that course was pretty gettable compared to the course that they were actually supposed to play. But yeah, it looked like a great tournament. A little disappointing that a lot of people couldn't make it. Because I know it was on most of the big pros schedules, but due to the raining and weather and other things like that, they were not able to make it. But huge congrats to Kyle Klein. Mm-hmm. And Ben, did you get that FPO?
I did actually. Lisa Fakis won the women's shooting 7 over par. So, and it looks like Courtney Gannon got second. So not a lot of players. It doesn't look like a lot of women got to go out there because the list is very short.
Yeah, I do believe. Oh, Ben, you might be looking at the last year's.
I might be.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the last year's. Yeah, Heather Young took it down this year at 2 over.
That's right.
Vanessa Van Dyken and Ella Widboom. Yeah, I was a little confused there because our next topic is actually the Bowling Green Open, which Lisa Fakis was there. But yeah, Heather Young. Congrats to Heather Young, and that's kind of Missy Gannon was there as well, but not a whole lot of big names. So that is that's a great tournament from all of them. Now moving in to what we were just talking about, the Bowling Green Open. I was able to make it to the Bowling Green Open. I actually played in the Bowling Green Open, which I had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. The courses were great. We ended up staying in the RV, so that was fun. But Bowling Green Open, Matteo took it down. I was able to be there for the last 9 holes, and man, was it awesome because no one was really there. Bowling Green Open was almost like if you looked at it in chronological order or most popular order, it was like practice for DDO, and then below that was like go to Mid-America, and then below that was like Bowling Green Open. So really the only big names there were Garrett Gerthy and Matteo. A local, not necessarily local, but close to the area, Justin Bonnell. I was able to hang out with him at Jonesboro. He's on the Prodigy team. But Matteo takes it down 1 stroke over Double G at 33 under par, which is just amazing. I mean, the courses that they played were, not like championship level courses, but they were very gettable for these pros, and it was awesome to watch Matteo and Garrett Gerthy battle it out. Garrett Gerthy was this close, very close to getting the win, but unfortunately his disc went out of bounds on one of the holes on his upshot, and he ended up taking a bogey or a double bogey. I can't remember, and Matteo got a stroke on him there, but great performance by Double G. It wasn't handed to him. It was kind of expected Double G would get the win. He was kind of the only big name there because Matteo still isn't a very big name. I mean, he's a very large name, but in this realm of worlds, this in the realm of disc golf world, this in these times, it's there's a lot of big names, and Matteo is kind of an older. He's not even really that old, but he has been playing disc golf for a long time. So Matty O takes it down at 33 under, Double G 32 under, and it was really awesome watching them just battle it out. There was not a lot of people there, like I was saying. Double G actually lost a disc, and we like helped him find it. And actually, there was some woods, and it was in his tree, and he was just able to like reach out and forehand it, or maybe it was a backhand. I can't remember. And some friends of ours were looking for it, and we found it, and they didn't have enough time to get out of the woods because they were in front of him, so they actually got stuck in there for a little while, which was pretty funny because we were like looking for him and we couldn't find him. But yeah, it was a great tournament to watch. It was awesome to be there, and we actually got to hang out with Double G for a little while afterwards. Really great guy, and you should buy some of that Double G jerky. I can't have it personally because I'm my braces, but I hear it's really good. And if you want to support him, you can support him that way. On the FPO side, Christine Jenkins taking it down, finishing at 5 under. I do believe this is her first big kind of tournament win of the year. Great for him or for her to to get that win at a tournament that really middle of the pack pros should be coming should be chasing that win. Garrett Gerthy hopped in at this one. But middle of the pack pros that we see, to name a few, like maybe a tournament where Brody Smith could maybe show up and take it down or something, somebody like that, would be cool to see. But Christine Jenkins, 5 under, Jessica Wees and Taylor Kramer shot 3 under. And then after that, Lisa Fakis was there, and there was only 8 women in the FPO field. Very surprising. But not a lot of them were able to make it out, like we stated earlier, Mid-America and practicing. So overall, it was a great tournament. It was my first big tournament of the year, and it was my first big tournament actually of my career. If you want to say it that way. I had a great time, being able to play and, seeing, I was playing in the novice division, so I got to play with people mostly around my skill level. Somebody shot a very hot round the first round, so it was
I
like
saw that. I was checking your scores and I saw and I was like, who is this kid? He's
I was
going
like,
crazy.
it was insane because I was like, Bagger, because this guy shot 6 down his first round, and I was expecting like, oh, like even +1 will win it, and this guy shot 6 down. I was like, okay. I played my first round blind and didn't shoot as well as I would like, but it was tons of fun. I cashed kind of like what we were talking about in our last episode. A little hypocritical there, but it is something that we were kind of talking about to aim for, to get that cash. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to be there, and definitely gonna go back next year. Bowling Green was awesome. I've never been to Bowling Green, and the hospitality was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. All right, this is something totally random, but in Bowling Green, we went into this gas station, right? And in this gas station, they had these things called pizza rolls. Now, you've probably heard of pizza rolls.
Oh, pizza rolls are great. They're
but
amazing.
I'm not talking about Totino's. I'm talking about big, like calzone-sized pizza rolls.
Oh my gosh!
And these things were insane. Like, I was like, this looks all right. We'll get this, for dinner one night. Like, I almost couldn't go to sleep because I was thinking about them. I mean, it's like Italian bread, right? And then inside it's cheese and pepperoni.
Oh, wow.
And then you dip it in some marinara sauce. I was like, oh my gosh. Now you can probably find this at like Godfather's Pizza and like the gas stations. So we had that for 2 nights for dinner, and ended up having Mexican the other night. But
that sounds amazing.
I also had the Blake Pettigrew snack cabinet. I don't know if I sent that picture to the group text, but
you did, yeah, with like the Cliff Bar, the applesauce.
I had Cliff Bars, applesauce.
That's definitely what he would get.
And some gummies. Oh man, those gummies just hit it home. But it was fun being in the RV. I kind of felt like a pro, even though I wasn't a pro. But overall, loved it. And my next tournament is actually this weekend on Saturday. I'm going to be playing a 2-rounder at Muse Park in Jackson, Tennessee.
All
It's going to
right.
be a lot of fun. And I can't wait for that. It's an NAGGT, so I have the opportunity of qualifying for AM Worlds. I think there's enough people in my division where the winner will qualify for AM Worlds. So it's juniors this time around, which I'm excited about because last tournament didn't have juniors, and it was a little unfortunate. A lot of people were not in the division that they should have been in, but their rating allowed. So I'm not going to complain too much here. But overall, it was a fun tournament, and I can't wait for this weekend. But kind of going back to the Bowling Green Open for just a second, and then we'll close it out. Just a little short episode here, just to get it in. Matty O taking home $1,300, and then after that, a bunch of just under $1,000 cash. But the AM cash was actually in Disc Golf United. It's this reseller website. A gift card for
Yeah,
that,
I've seen
but
that before.
other than that, it was just a cash for the pros. Disc Golf United only sells Innovadisc, so I don't know what the heck I'm gonna buy on there. I think they have some Grippy Q belts, so I may get some of that. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, Bowling Green Open was a great tournament. Shout out to HB Clark. That dude was working all weekend long, and next year it's gonna be even better. Well, a little short episode for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Ace Pot Podcast. Ben, any last thoughts?
Not really. I mean, next week we'll talk about DDO. Hopefully,
DDO, and is there a tournament next weekend? I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know really.
I don't think there's a big one, but we'll find something to talk about. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Ace Pot Podcast, and we'll catch you in the next one. So until next time, see you later.
See ya.